Our belief that we exist in Cartesian space rests on one simple assumption, that first, there is Cartesian space, and then there is being. Cartesian space is already there, and our being is born into it. In terms of chicken and egg logic, Cartesian space is the chicken. It pre-exists being. And this is how your OS presents your surroundings to you. Your surroundings are there first, and you just happen to be in your surroundings. Your OS is telling you that space comes first. Spatiality is already there. And that's why the world feels like a place that you are in. If we look very carefully, we can divide the space that surrounds us into two zones. A roughly circular area that we can see at any given moment, and everything that lies beyond that. But we don't feel that there is a hard separation between what we can see and what we can't. We feel there is a smooth transition across the horizon. If we are standing on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., we are very certain that Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh are out there in various smoothly extended directions. What's happening is this. Our OS sets up a mental grid, and upon this mental grid at various locations, it places all objects beyond the immediate horizon. Your house, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Your OS then extends this grid inward over the horizon to where you stand, so that it is seamless, and you are on the grid. This is all Cartesian modeling, and it's all taking place in the brain. The problem is this. We start thinking that this grid actually exists, and that this grid is where everything is. We start thinking that space comes first, that it is a static structure of world in which things exist. We think space is there before being. But ontologically, nothing comes before being. Being discloses or discovers world. Inside the horizon, in the world that's actually occurring, as opposed to our mentally modeled world, spatiality is something that emerges and takes form as being, a being, encounters and defines its environment. An oncoming bus is not going to kill you because it's near. It's your realization that the oncoming bus might kill you that establishes the fact for you that the bus is near. The spatiality of the situation does not get established and defined until you attach the "it might kill me" meaning. So the bus might kill you, and that makes you realize that the bus is near. Spatiality comes second. Being occurs first. Spatiality gets established as a being explores and attaches meaning to and defines its surroundings. Being is the chicken. Spatiality is the egg. If you walk through Midtown Manhattan on a weekday afternoon, this process is occurring second by second. Spatiality is being constantly defined by how things impinge upon you, the degree to which they matter. All the distances we experience do not pre-exist us. They are constantly generated as the impingement becomes more or less acute. Taxis, scaffolds, street people, all swim into our concern and become meaningful in various ways. Relative distance, and thus spatiality, is created on the fly. It does not pre-exist being. It is the being and its concerns that generate spatiality. Cartesian space is our neurological tool for modeling and refining this raw spatiality. It allows us to jump out of the way of the bus towards a nearby sidewalk. It allows us to avoid a panhandler and step off the curb to hail a taxi, all with precision. Cartesian space is simply a neurological modeling of phenomena that your OS carries out in order to present you with an actionable model of your environment. It is not a pre-existing structure or environment in which your being is located.